Hello everyone, it is August 6th, approximately 8 p.m. I'm going to go ahead and make this video for my services and pricing page. I don't actually have any videos on there at the moment, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to embed this in that page. Yeah, I probably should have made this video a long time ago, and I didn't for some reason, and I don't really know why. I mean, I guess I just kind of expect people to have common sense. But yeah, if you're watching this video on YouTube, then you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. My website is massagebf.com. If you don't live in Denver, then you have no reason for actually visiting my website at all currently. But yeah, so I had one session earlier, and then I had another session scheduled for 6 p.m. today, and yeah, I got there, and I ended up finding parking 4 blocks away because it's downtown Denver, and I basically had to cancel the guy's appointment. Okay. And the reason for that is because I found out that he's using a Google Voice phone number to mask his real number. Okay. You know, I expect people to have common sense. I think that I have expectations that most people are going to be somewhat intelligent. It should be completely obvious that if I find out that you're using a Magic Jack number, a Google Voice number, an UMA number, any type of voice over IP, whether if it be Vonage, anything like that. If you're using a Google Hangouts number, if you're using a Skype number, any type of temporary or fake number or number that's used to mask your real number, if I find out about that, I am going to cancel your appointment. Okay, and it's nothing personal, at least not for me. For you it's personal, when it shouldn't be. Okay? And people tell me, oh, I don't know you, blah, 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 this and that. This is how I do things for this type of business. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, and there's a lot of really good reasons for that. For example, in this particular case, I was texting this person the entire time from start to finish. I started talking to him earlier today. Okay. And when I got there, I ended up parking. Well, first of all, I got there barely on time. Okay, I prefer to arrive, 15 to 20 minutes early, especially when I have to set up my massage table. Okay. And, but yeah, I ended up getting there right on time. I ended up finding parking because it's downtown Denver. There's a lot going on right now. And I ended up finding parking 4 blocks away. He requested a 2-hour session, and before 10 p.m., the parking meters have a 2-hour limit. So instead of trying to text him, which would make things take longer, I decided, because I'm somewhat intelligent, well, I'm going to call him. I'm not going to text him, even though I prefer to text. Okay? I just decided I need to call this guy. That's just me using my head. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I don't claim to be a genius, but, I do believe that I have, a little bit of intelligence. Okay? So I kind of know what I'm doing. So, I found out that he was using a Google Voice IP number, because I called him, and when you call those numbers, it's this automated lady that says, please state your name after the tone, and then we'll contact, so-and-so, and see if we can connect your call. Well, I shouldn't have to work that hard. Okay, you're not going to make my job harder than it needs to be just because of your emotions. Okay, if you're old enough to even know what I do for a living, to even understand what it is that you're asking for, then you should know the difference between when it's okay to feel and when it's okay to not feel. Obviously, I shouldn't have to tell you that. And every so often people tell me, oh, blah, 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 I don't text, or I don't do this, or I don't do that because I don't know you, or because I'm married. I don't care. I do not care. If you're married, you shouldn't be using a fake number, especially because it's harder to actually erase that information. If you use your personal cell phone, it's easy to erase those text messages. It's incredibly easy to erase them. Okay, because you actually have full control, because the text messages are simply downloaded to your phone and then they stay there. So you literally have full control, as opposed to using like Skype or Google, where you're actually using a cloud-based service. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stupid people out there who run their mouth and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I do not like it when people waste my time. Okay, and there's a lot of valid reasons for why I want my customers to use their personal cell phones. It's not just to protect you, it's not just to protect me, but it's efficient that way. I really don't care if you mistakenly think that you're safer by using a number that you can use to mask your real phone number. I really don't care. If you're ignorant, your individual ignorance is not going to change anything. The reality of the situation does not change when you are wrong. So, I really don't care if you failed to do your homework or your due diligence and you're trying to use a service that you do not fully understand, obviously. Okay, if you're contacting me, you need to be using your own personal cell phone. If you cannot afford a cell phone, then you cannot afford me. If you're married, then you need to be using your cell phone, because that way you have full control over the information that is stored away on your phone. Alright, and if you don't understand, then you're more than welcome to ask me for help. But don't use a fake number to contact me. I don't like that, obviously. I do not appreciate it. It's disrespectful. Do not call me on a blocked number. If you do that, you're going to go to voicemail 100% of the time. And if you do not leave me a voicemail, then don't expect a response. Because if I don't know how to contact you, then how am I going to contact you? And if you're calling me on a blocked number, then that is disrespectful. I really don't care if it's an option for you to block your phone number. I don't care. It's an option to buy marijuana in Colorado. That doesn't make it right. And I'm not gonna, it's none of my business what you do with your spare time. But I'm just saying, I'm just making a valid point. I don't care if you smoke pot. That's none of my business. I don't give a shit. What I do care about is when you decide to make choices that affect if it affects my time, then it becomes my problem. So do not use a block number. Do not use a voice over IP number. I realize I'm not going to catch it 100% of the time, but if I do catch it, I'm going to tell you that I'm canceling your appointment. And I will take a small loss, just like I did today. I've done it before. I'm not here to play games with you. Do not waste my time. Okay, I'm not going to waste your time. You need to show me a little bit of common respect. Okay, if you're lacking common sense, then you probably shouldn't be talking to me. Because I don't care what the reason is. All that I care about is, are you a fucking retard, or do you know the difference between black and white? If you don't know your head from your ass, that's what I'm going to care about. I don't care what the reasons are. I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you have 15 wives and 2 boyfriends. I don't care if you have 20 kids. I don't care. That is your problem. The moment you contact me and the moment that you start taking up my time, that is when you become my problem. And you need to show some respect. I do what I do for a living for a reason. So please think twice before you just do shit. Because I don't like having my time wasted. Sometimes I have 2 or 3 people contacting me at the same time. And sometimes they all want the next availability, and only one person can get it. And so when I go all the way to your place of residence, only to find out that you're fucking with me, and you should know better than that, it's going to piss me off a little bit. And yeah, granted, I'll eventually get over it. But I shouldn't have to. There's a time and a place to feel, and there's a time and a place to be logical, and you need to exercise some self-control. So, I'm going to go ahead and stop right there, because I really don't want to have a bad day. And quite frankly, I've already made, I have goals. I have minimums that I want, I have certain rules for myself in terms of how much money I want to be able to make at least every single day, how much I want my daily average income to be. And I'm already way over that. Okay, I track my income. Okay, and it's been 3 weeks and 4 days. And I've already made over $3,000. Okay, 4 weeks, that's 28 days. I'm happy as long as I make at least $100 a day. If I'm averaging $100 a day, then, that's enough money. I'm not in this to get rich. So if you think that you can play games with me, I can assure you that you're wrong. Because I know better than that. I'm not going to be too eager to make money because there's no point in making decent money if I'm just going to wind up in jail. Okay, really. So, I have rules. They're designed to protect everybody. I have a website for a reason. I spend good money on that website for a reason. That shit costs money, in case you didn't know that. Okay, it's not cheap. My technology is not cheap. It costs money. My money. Okay, I have to take my money and I have to pay for that stuff. Okay, but it's there for a reason. So please consider that before the next time you want to contact me, because if I find out that you're breaking one of my little rules, I am going to put my car back in drive and I'm going to get the fuck out of there. Okay, you need to put your defenses down. You need to take down your firewalls. Okay, and you need to play ball. If you don't, and if I find out about it, I'm leaving. And I will take the loss. Plain and simple. MassageBF.com. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. How the hell do I stop this video?